Alright, so what you're looking at is a Bitcoin 1 week chart. Looking at this chart, you would say I'm kind of crazy if this is my prediction that Bitcoin is going to go all the way up to this level of somewhere around $375,000. I'm predicting somewhere between 400,000 and somewhere between 350,000 with a potential blow off top of even maybe all the way up to 480, almost $500,000. Why do I believe this though? At first it looks kind of crazy, but I just want to show you something really quickly. Bitcoin loves to do a little head and shoulders and then make its move up. Here, I'm predicting that we're going to do a little head and shoulders and make our move up and go up drastically. And this is why. Because if we go ahead and look, alright, I'm going to show you something. Let's go ahead and zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. I mean, you really have to get deep into it to actually see it. But if you go ahead and look, last bull run, we had a head and shoulders, right? And the head and shoulders was right around the top level that we were at right before, a little bit under it, right around it, all right? And we formed a head and shoulders. Here we tried to do it, but this was during the C event, so this whole market was a little bit different in general, but we still made this head and shoulders before pushing up because Bitcoin loves to do that. And then look at how crazy this looks. Like I could have drawn that same picture. I could have shrunk this down, right? And you can draw that same picture that I drew here and have a huge line going up, and you know that's actually what happened. It didn't look so crazy, right? So this line right here is going to start looking less and less crazy. So now if I go ahead and zoom in even more, all right, this was our last major bull run. If we go to the bull run before it, all right, look at this, guys. And we gotta really like zoom in because we're going back. We are going back. And this isn't the neatest one, okay, but it's clearly still a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Came down a little bit, and then look at the enormous money amount Bitcoin went up. It's kind of ridiculous, okay? So you can't even see that head and shoulder anymore after that move up. This head and shoulder looks like a big deal, right? But when you shrink this down, you can't even see that head and shoulder anymore. This head and shoulder right now looks like a big deal, right? But when we shrink this number down, shrink it down, so you can't see it anymore. Like, I'm being generous, kind of saying this level. Really, it should be close to 500,000, but I'm not over-exaggerated. I'd rather underestimate than overestimate, especially for my followers. If we hit these levels, I would definitely be taking some profit, guys. Just a, observation here, that's all. Not financial advice. I hope you found it interesting. I found it pretty interesting. Have a good night.